Hello and welcome to episode 12 of Majunda Minute. I'm your host, Majunda, and this is going to be a solo episode. And this is more or less an update, and generally, I'm just going to be talking about, the state of this channel and maybe answering, major questions like, hey, where have you been? It's been 3 weeks since the last episode. Didn't you say you wanted to record one very soon? And, that is true. I always want to record new episodes. And frankly, I want to do them with, guests. And, listen, I enjoy Spinebreaker. I know you're going to watch this. I enjoy having you on here. You're a great addition. But I do like to have this show have a bit of variety. Because two hosts is good, but, the Dresco Live community is very vast and full of a bunch of very interesting people. So, and I want to highlight that on my more or less, micro channel, but I'm hoping that, maybe if I keep up at least somewhat consistent schedule and I do a little bit more interesting things with this channel, and I'll get on that later, maybe I'll become far more influent, or I'll become a major Dresco Live influencer. That's not really a main goal of mine, but frankly, this is just between you and me, you and me, the audience. A good amount of the big creators in Dresco Live personally, I kind of think their content sucks. But that's just me. Maybe because it's all relatively tame, they don't really explore anything, or they're just really annoying and whatnot. But, because I care about this game greatly, and I want to bring something new to this community. That's always been my main goal with this, my whole entire existence on within the Dresco Live community, is to bring something new to the table and, create discussion and whatnot, and just generally show my passion through whatever I make. Which is where helps me. This will be a bit of a segue into more or less some ideas I had for the channel. I'm certainly going to be continuing podcasts, on these episode podcasts, because that's what the channel was created for. But I'm thinking I should probably also just include some more general Dresco Live content. I was thinking of taking all of my edits and whatnot and making them into one big compilation. I think that would be fun. And then maybe some more exploratory videos, like maybe talking about my favorite hybrids and functionality and what I feel is the direction the game should go in, and in general, just more general purpose for this channel, rather than just a place where I dump my thoughts about this game. So, if any of you like those ideas, or you have any suggestions for this, like anything else I should do for this channel besides the podcasts, let me know. And frankly, if there's one thing I do want to do is grow this channel. I don't personally really care about, growth on the internet, because personally I think internet fame is a double-edged sword. And frankly, I don't think I'd be able to handle, being a major influencer. But at the same time, it's something I do kind of crave. So I'm kind of indifferent right now with that. So if I manage to, get this channel somewhere where, I am very influential in the community, then, frankly, I don't know what I'd do. But I guess I'll have to just see. I mean, I've already more or less sprung up. I've already kind of more or less erected this micro community around me on Instagram, on Twitter, and a little bit in Discord. It was a little, and then for a good while it was pretty I used to think I was pretty had a big influence on the Jurassic World Live Reddit, but I don't use it anymore. Maybe I should become more active on a lot of these places. So, moving on, more or less. There's some actual Jurassic World Live news. This is shortly after 2.11's, after 2.11 dropped. It's been 3 weeks. Game Press data mined the game, and they found quite a few things. Specifically, it was just next seasons, for the PvP whatnot. And thing is, what they found in there was I'm trying to remember. Arctodus was one of them, which is a bear. So expect bears in the future. And considering that Arctodus, well, the thing is, it was Arctodus, a deer moose, a stag moose, I think, of some kind. I can't remember its name though. And Fukuosaurus, which is a Japanese iguanodontid, I think. Those are some names found in the files. So I'm saying, I was gonna say expect patch notes and whatnot. They're gonna start teasing next update probably at the end of this month, after Thanksgiving or maybe during Thanksgiving. But I would assume that Ludia is probably working hard to make some sort of big update for, upcoming December. So keep that in mind. Other than that, I don't think there's been anything else in terms of major events in Jurassic World Live besides Parasuthops' raid and well, actually that's all I can really name that's more or less new. People are starting to unlock Hydroboa, so expect to see them more and more frequently in the arena, more or less for the higher parts of the arena. And other than that, there isn't much going on in Jurassic World Live. It's been rather quiet. And that's part of the reason why I haven't been so active on this channel, is because besides my, regular life problems of depression and whatnot, and I'm not gonna get into that because this is a Jurassic World Live podcast. This isn't my own personal podcast where I vent how I feel. But in general, that's why this account has kind of been inactive. And I don't want it to be inactive for, much longer. But, that's... and I'm going to work on that. And like I mentioned, I do want to do some new things with this channel. So, if you've got suggestions or whatnot, I'll take them into consideration. And while on top of making these episodes, I'll start probably working on some actual interesting videos, like compilation of my edits and whatnot, like I mentioned earlier. I'm just repeating myself at this point. So yeah, this was just a short little update video, update episode about the state of the channel, podcast and whatnot. Hopefully next time I actually record a new episode, I'll have a guest that isn't just, my regulars. Hopefully we have someone new. I've said this every time, if any of you are interested in, coming onto the show and talking, just let me know in the comments and I'll set you up, and we'll figure it out as it goes. But that's more or less going to be it for me. So this is Majunda signing out. I'll see you whenever I decide to upload next. See you around.